All right, we're on to Aquarius. I still feel called to the Crystal Ally deck, so we're going to do that. See what that has to say. As I was telling Leo, my intention for my readings are to give truthful advice to people who are seeking to change cycles in their lives, to bring an end to all that which no longer serves them, and invite in the new to create the life that they are looking to create. I don't really do predictive because anything that you want to make happen in your life takes work. And it's a lot more than just action. It takes a lot of inner work. And so my focus is on that, the inner work that needs to be done in order to make whatever it is that you want to come true. But there's a level of understanding that sometimes what we want is not always meant for us. And there's a need to accept that. That which is meant for you will not miss you. And doing the inner work to be open and receptive to that makes it possible for it to come into your life. Okay. Use discernment. If this reading's not for you, you are more than welcome to decide that and click off and go find a reading that is for you. Take what resonates, leave what doesn't. I may use a specific situation in order to bring clarity or bring something to perspective that may not fully fit your situation. And if it doesn't, you're more than welcome to take key points that resonate for you and see how that works for you in your situation. No, I don't recommend forcing though. Nothing good comes from forcing. You usually shit your pants. I'm kidding. All right, Aquarius, isn't it your birthday? Or birthday time, birthday month, or towards the end of your birthday? 4 weeks? Don't mind me. My mom's birthday is tomorrow. Tomorrow will be Valentine's Day. I'm fairly certain she's like at the very end of Aquarius season. Today, Saturn moved into Aries. I feel excited about that. I feel like it's been a pretty dark time. I am a Virgo rising myself, so it's been wild out here. I understand it all has a purpose, though. All right, Aquarius. What does Aquarius need to know? My stomach's drying out. What does Aquarius need to know? That card wants to... Ooh. I'm gonna do that, but we're gonna see if we get any flyers. Hands are dry. What does Aquarius need to know? Ooh, yes, thank you. Love me a good flyer. Path of service. Interesting. Okay. Spontaneity. All right. So the cards that wanted to come out but didn't really come out, but we're poking out. We have nurture. And we have transformation. Very uncomfortable card, just saying. And then spontaneity. Okay, with path of service at the bottom of the deck. You know what I just realized in Leo's reading? I didn't read the bottom of the deck card. I forgot all about it. Okay. Hands are very dry. Let's start with nurture. 171. I need to stop slouching. When Larimar appears as your ally, it is calling you to reconnect to the energies of the nurturing female aspect of yourself and the universe. Now is not the time for strong movement, but for retreat into the gentle flow of nature. Perhaps you have been pushing yourself too hard or too long. Maybe you just need a break from the heat of everyday life. Larimar is calling you to cool and soothe your energy. Drink some water, take a bath, and have a good cry. Then curl up and dream of the blue ocean and azure, I don't know how to pronounce that word, sky. Listen to the frequency of Larimar in your heart as it sings you to sleep with the voice of the great Mother Earth. The feminine energy is being receptive. Sometimes when we are in a state of pushing too hard, ignoring when our body says, look, I just need to chill out for a little bit, is usually a means of control, trying to move things along quickly, more quickly than they are meant to. And I've been seeing a lot in all of my readings that now is a time to release control, release attachments to outcome, to take your time to listen to your body. Yes, still make moves towards your goals, but more so the types of steps where it is, what do I want to say? Routine. Staying in good habits. Staying cleansed and open. Perhaps you've been, just an example, perhaps you're in a job that is really draining to you, but let's say finances aren't that great at the moment. So you're like getting as much possible overtime as you can, ensuring that you go every single day, even if there isn't very much to do. Pushing. Sorry, excuse me, I'm thinking about how to word this next part. But your body's just like, man, I'm tired. I would really like to have a day on the couch while we binge watch Netflix for a little bit and then get up and go take a nice hot shower. A day where we aren't pushing for productivity, pushing to have everything done and everything perfect right now. There is great success in taking time to take care of yourself as well. Sometimes that's the type of thing that unlocks the next step that we're looking to take, that we've been pushing so hard for, but we're just like butting ourselves up against something. Okay, let's move on to transformation. Being as nurture and transformation is here, Let me read it first before I decide. Like I said, sometimes that rest that your body's asking for is the key to the next step. It kind of just like unlocks it. Like, shoot, I've been wearing myself out this long and all I needed to do is take a nap and now I know what I need to do, you know, and that sort of thing. Okay, transformation. I see this card, transformation, as a very, very powerful card. And I think a little bit uncomfortable too. Typically there's a lot falling away. There's a lot of difficulty. And it's all to teach you. That's all it is. Difficulty is just as much of a gift as winning the lottery is, even if it doesn't feel like it. Trust me, I know. I don't feel like difficulty is much of a gift either half the time, but a little perspective shift goes a really, really long way. Because there's nothing better in this life than becoming the person that you've always wanted to be. Okay. If you have drawn Moldavite as your ally, hold on. It's going to be an exciting ride for the next few months. You may experience a falling away of old relationships, jobs, securities, and situations. Anything that does not serve your ultimate path may go spinning off into space, leaving you transformed. Moldavite is not always an easy ally, as its purgative effects can leave you feeling like you've been put through the ringer. But it is truly a stone that indicates change for the better. It has a beautiful, extremely powerful high vibration which creates a resonance with universal understanding and creation. Expect an increase in psychic or coincidental phenomenon. It is time for you to begin the next phase of your spiritual learning, and Moldavite is a powerful teacher. So, that's where this nurture card comes in. You are going to need some rest for this next step, for this next time in your life, because it's not going to be easy. But this all has to do with your path of service, becoming the person that you've always wanted to be, contributing to this world, this life, in the way that you've always wanted to contribute to it. Spontaneity. You know, I don't really understand the spontaneity card very well, so we're going to read it, and if you find magic in it, that's awesome. Sometimes I have a hard time being like, yeah, I understand what you're trying to contribute to this reading, but we shall see how it goes. 131. I need to get my humidifiers going, man. Calcite is singing to the wellspring of creativity within you. How long has it been since you have created a spontaneous moment? How long since you sang your own song to the universe or drew a picture just for the joy of expressing joy? All of these things, as well as the spontaneity of emotion between people, can feed your sense of self and your sense of connection to the divine. I think that makes sense. I think sometimes being expressive like that, dancing, singing, doing something that you haven't done in a while, something that someone would see as childish, can help open you up to the energies surrounding you. The energy surrounding you, like the joy that's in your life, that's surrounding you, waiting to be seen, the things that are to be grateful for, that you can be grateful for, that are surrounding you. And the reason being connected like that is so important is because it helps signal you toward the next step that you have to take. So take this weekend of rest. Take that day of rest and do something that makes you feel good inside. By tapping into that source of beauty and power in your life, you experience moments of true creation. What better way to affirm your capacity as creator of your life than by experiencing it moment to moment? When you get hung up on the daily grind and begin to forget where your true joy lies, allow the spontaneity of calcite to remind you of the true expression of beauty that life can be. I think that actually really fit completely. This is just a means to give you some perspective. My favorite thing in the whole wide world is to watch a good movie, and then I'll get up and I'll do something that brings me peace. I like doing dishes. Why I like doing dishes, I don't know, but I love singing at the top of my lungs while I do it. I don't give a shit if I sound good or not. I love it. It makes me feel on top of the world. Maybe you get a random urge during this time of rest to paint something, draw something. I don't know if you have snow where you're at. Maybe go out and build a snowman. Create a display, decorate, make a vision board. Something that you can pour your heart into and kind of get lost in, and it's kind of like meditation, and it's a break from your everyday life. I think that sounds good, because all of that will help connect you to your next step. I love it. I love it. I love it. And I feel called to using the Black Tarot for you. The Black Tarot is designed to work with our shadow aspects of ourselves. So much so that sometimes I accidentally call it the Shadow Tarot. I think we're alone now. The beating of the heart is the only sound. Wow. I think nurture is also reminding you that because this period of time that you're in right now, it doesn't sound like it's done yet. So maybe this is something you're experiencing right now, this dark, uncomfortable, kind of heavy time. You're gonna have to be very discerning about when to take rest and when to make moves. It's going to be very important for you to be tuned in and connected to yourself in that way. Okay. All right, let's go ahead and see what Aquarius needs to know. It's almost bedtime. What does Aquarius need to know? We have the Five of Cups, the Six of Swords. I like that. Five of Cups. Okay. Strength. Okay. So we've got the Five of Cups, the Six of Swords, and the Page of Cups. The Page of Cups came out reversed. The only time that I take reversed cards is if they land face up reversed, because then I know for sure that they were meant. It was meant to be that it was reversed. I put all of my cards back into my decks upright, and if they fall out face up to where I can see them and reversed, then yeah. All right, then we have strength at the bottom of the deck. Man, am I tired. Okay. You are, I see somebody who is being stretched. The terrain is barren, rough. 3 of your cups are upside down. 2 are upright. It doesn't seem like there is much to be helpful for, but there is. Then we have, oh my God, I am so sorry, the 6 of Swords, which means changing your perspective about something, moving from one shore of thought to the other. And so, I should have mentioned this at the beginning. I've been doing the zodiac signs in pairs of their opposite signs. So Leo and Aquarius. I see their readings as 2 different sides of the same coin. Maybe an added perspective, maybe something to speak through a different aspect of yourself. But in Leo's reading, it spoke a lot of seeing the current difficulties as a gift, as a means of turning your life into what you want it to be, what you've always dreamed of, as the vehicle in which that will transport you to where you want to go, or to help you become who it is that you're looking to be. Even though it doesn't feel like a gift, it is. And then we have the Page of Cups. Sorry, I was thinking. I'm still going to read the 6 of Swords in case there's something else there. Even though I remember the meaning of that one quite well. You need to move from one shore of thinking to another. You are currently in between and need to complete the journey. Ooh, ooh, yeah, I like that. I don't remember that part before. And then the energy in between. I think that makes a lot of sense. Transition, and the old gives way to the new. Oh, I love that. I love that a lot. The Page of Cups. And I think that's pretty self-explanatory. You've been pushing, trying to get where you're looking to go. You're not quite there yet. It seems pretty dark and bleak. But now you're being called to do something that makes you feel good. Something that makes you feel rejuvenated and taken care of and loved. Because you're in a spot that isn't easy, but it is for the best, for your highest good. It is for you, not against you, even if it feels like it. Confused and emotionally stunted. And that kind of fell out with all of this. And the original meaning of the Page of Cups is emotions are strong but flowing wildly. They need to learn proper boundaries. And the symbolism is a merman floats in the dark matter, open to all feelings and emotions. Perhaps you're in a spot right now where you're not super duper open to all emotions. Maybe you're feeling a bit closed off because of how heavy things have been. And maybe that's the purpose of finding time to rest and get creative, or to do something that reconnects you with you. So you can feel it all. Because the only way out is through feeling it all, experiencing it all, no matter how much it hurts. And I know that's so much easier said than done. And that's going to be the whole point of my readings. Having what you want is not easy. It requires work. Having the life that you've always dreamed of is not going to be something that just happens for you. It's going to take work. It's going to take feeling it, crying, wanting to light everything on fire and just, you know. But I promise you, it's all worth it. You'll be so proud of yourself. You'll be so proud of yourself for stepping in to the type of person you've always wanted to be. I think we're going to leave that there. I'm wishing you the best, Aquarius. Stay tuned in. I will do my best to post every other day. I need breaks as well, as I am working full time and trying to navigate my own transformation. All right, good night.